Hi Libra, welcome to your mid-month check-in for March 2026. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Laura, aka Baby Curl Tarot. I'm a tarot reader, astrologer, and root worker, and I love doing monthly readings for all the zodiac signs here on YouTube, as well as some other fun content over on TikTok and Instagram. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into your reading. Keep in mind this is a general collective message, so whatever comes up, comes up. Also, please don't ever try to force a reading you see on the internet to fit your personal life situation. If it's not resonating, probably a message for another Libra out there. Please take what resonates, leave the rest behind. All right, spiritual team, Prism Oracle, what messages do you have for the Libra Collective? What messages do you have for the Libra Collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Libras? Okay, we have stop at the top of the deck, and at the bottom of the deck we have sweetness. Literally, when I saw the card stop, I was like, stop in the name of love. I was like, how cute. Okay, some of you guys may need to inject a little bit more sweetness into your life, whether that is like treating yourself to something cute and sweet, or if this is maybe spending more time, more intimate time, like tender time with people you love. I don't know, or maybe someone is coming in your direction that is kind of sweet on you, as they used to say. It's like a really old term of saying like someone's got a crush on you. Let's go again and get into the tarot and see what comes up though. Okay, spiritual team, erotic fantasy tarot, what messages do you have for the Libra Collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Libra Collective? What messages do you have for the Libra Collective? Let's see, what do we got? We have the Hierophant. We have the Knight of Swords, Four of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Pentacles, Five of Swords in reverse. What's at the bottom of the deck? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Hanged Man. We have Judgment in reverse, Four of Cups, Temperance. Okay. Some of you guys. Some of you guys may have spent a lot of time investing in some area of life. Could be love. I'm seeing potentially love. I'm seeing potentially like a proposal here for some of you guys, but I'll get to that in a minute. I feel like a lot of you guys have put a lot of hard work and effort into something, whether it's a relationship, your education, your career, whatever. And I feel like a lot of you guys may feel frustrated or stuck, like there's no growth. There's no getting past this one particular stage here with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. It may even feel like for a lot of you, like things are falling apart in your life, but this is really kind of like a wake-up call. I can't show you the Judgment card because this is a deck that has a lot of naked bodies on it, and this person, one of these people, doesn't have, they have something exposed. But I just feel like this is a little bit of like a wake-up call to show you some things that maybe you didn't see before about this relationship aspect of your life. And I feel like a lot of you guys need to take a moment to like sit and reflect, look at things from a different point of view, whatever, because having the Hanged Man in reverse tells me you guys have not been seeing things clearly. And on top of that, this is Pisces energy, and we are right in the middle of a Mercury retrograde in Pisces. I love it when the cards and astrology come together. And that's just at the time that I'm recording this reading. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But I feel like a lot of you guys need kind of a wake-up call, or like a realization, a moment of like clarity to see things a little bit differently. It's not that things are falling apart. It's just maybe you haven't been looking at you haven't been looking at things, obviously, necessarily in the right way, but I also feel like there are opportunities to grow, to move past this, if you can change your perspective, if you can change your attitude. Having this Four of Cups here next to the Temperance, I can't show you the Temperance card, but having those two cards right next to each other tells me like, if you can learn to see things a little bit differently, be open to things that maybe are outside of your comfort zone or are outside of your realm of understanding this particular situation, how things are supposed to go, how you think things should go, at least. You'll find that there's a lot less resistance when you get out of your own way. Okay, when you kind of get out of your own way and you approach things a little bit differently, maybe with a little bit less rigidity, a little less, textbook approaches, you can find some really beautiful experiences, information, growth moments, lessons, whatever, that can push you past where you're at right now. Okay, whether this is relationships, whether this is education, again, career, whatever. And I feel like a lot of you guys will have that moment of clarity, especially because I have the Hierophant right next to this Knight of Swords. It's like, how do I explain it? It's like almost marrying your traditional education, your logical side, because the Hierophant is man's approach to the occult, to spirituality and spiritual practices and knowledge, right? This is organized religion versus being a witch, quote unquote, right? So this is organized religion. This is you coming at organized religion with like, you know what? There's more to this, but I see the value. I see the value in this. I recognize the value in this. This has been helpful to me in a lot of ways, but I'm now thinking outside of the box and I'm recognizing like this doesn't always have all the answers. I like it. So once it feels like you kind of, and I can't show you this, Four of Pentacles in reverse, but I feel like once you kind of let go of those walls, that resistance to stepping outside of your comfort zone is when really the magic happens. It's like that resistance has really kind of like prevented you from growing, from proceeding. It was all in here, really. So I feel like that's a huge growth moment. And the Two of Pentacles, I feel like it's talking to me about finding that balance between using your formal education, using your formal knowledge, your more logical side, and then also using your experiences, using your creative side, using your more adaptable side to get you where it is that you need to go. I hope that makes sense. I really do. I'm trying to listen. I'm interpreting images and like images in my head, images on cards, words, feelings that I'm getting from spirit and from these cards. So if it doesn't always come out of my mouth in the most logical way, I do apologize. I'm just a girl. I'm trying my best, okay? But that's bottom line. What I'm seeing here is like getting out of your own way, recognizing that, not everything will go according to plan and not everything will be a textbook approach. I hope that makes sense. When it comes to the proposal though, I really do feel like this Hierophant and this Knight of Swords could be a proposal for some of you. That was my first thought when I saw this. So for those of you that are thinking about, proposing or wondering if you are gonna get proposed to, I definitely feel like that could happen maybe sooner than you think. Because the Hierophant does remind me of marriage. Well, traditionally, Hierophant can talk about like the institution of marriage. We have two people down here standing in front of a priest. He's very naked, but they're standing in front of a priest. They are formalizing their union. Yeah. So yeah, some of you guys could be getting married or looking towards marriage, working towards that at the very least. If this is a relationship, I feel like, maybe you've been approaching this relationship or approaching your partner with a very logical approach or with an approach that you feel like works for you, but your person may be very, very different than you. And so learning how to approach them in a way that makes sense for them could be a way to bridge the gap and maybe ways that you guys have been missing. So Libras, super sweet, super cute. And I definitely feel like you guys have the ability to move past this. I'm going to go ahead and close out your reading with one final deck. Spiritual team, daily crystal inspiration. What final messages do you have for the Libra collective at this time? Whoa, what final messages do you have for the Libra collective at this time? Rainbow Obsidian, heal your heart. Okay. So there could be some hangups. Yeah, like that resistance from the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Once you let go of some sort of resistance or maybe some hangups you have, like idea of like, in order to move this way, I expect my partner to do this or that. And maybe that stems from some past betrayals or past relationships that didn't quite work out. And so you gave yourself certain rules to live by or approach relationships with. And maybe it's just not working in this particular setting because it's meant to go past those rules. Break you wide open, heart-wise, you know what I'm saying? Next, we have Selenite, clear the clutter. Yeah, get rid of the things that aren't working, keep the things that are, and be open to learning beyond, you know, what you've learned in your past or in your formal education. Finally, at the bottom of the deck, we have shift your money mindset. Yep, and that's for those of you where this is strictly related to business or career. Definitely, like, yes, college and higher education are great tools to get you started on your career path, but usually it's the experience of actually working and doing the things that you want to do that's going to give you that extra education and information that you're going to need to be successful. So don't close yourself off to those experiences in any way, shape, or form. I feel like that's pretty straightforward, but there are maybe some younger Libras that maybe haven't realized that yet. So I'm gonna say what I gotta say and what Spirit wants me to say. All right, Libras, that's what I'm saying. Or Libras, that is what I'm seeing. Please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the reading. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future, and maybe share this with another Libra if you feel like they need to hear this message. If you want to see more content from me, I'm also on TikTok and Instagram. You can find my handles below in the description box, and you can also send me a DM over there on those two platforms if you want to schedule a personal reading with me. As always though, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. I hope to see you guys at the next reading. Until then, please take care of yourselves. Bye.